Hey guys, and welcome to this week's weekly dinner mashup. Today is Monday, and we are trying this veggie burger from Epicure. This week we have a lot of Epicure stuff. We bought a pack, so we're trying everything out. So the first thing that I need to do is actually get my quinoa cooking, because for this recipe I need 1 cup of cooked quinoa. So I'm doing a half a cup of uncooked quinoa to 1 cup of water, and I'm just going to get that on the stove, and we're going to cook that. So while that's cooking, I'm just getting my other ingredients ready to go. And you can see I'm just reading the instructions there. So what I'm doing with this pack of seasoning is I actually have in the microwave a measuring cup with a half a cup of water, and I'm just heating that up until it's really nice and hot. And you can see me just pull that out of there now. And what I have to do is I actually have to add 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now, this was a half a tablespoon measuring, so I had to do it 6 times. But, so once I am done measuring that out, that's when I go ahead and mix in the seasoning pack. So now I'm just going to give that a really good mix. This was definitely an interesting mix. As you can see, it actually foams up, and I think that has something to do with maybe the chickpea flour that's in the mix. I'm not 100% sure. So now that I've given the mix a good stir, you see that it's thickened and it's not as foamy as it was before. So it's coming together. So the next thing I have to do for this recipe is I actually have to grate a whole zucchini, and this is going to get mixed in with the mixture that we did in the measuring cup. So I'm just going to go ahead and grate that zucchini up. So now I've just gone ahead and grabbed a large bowl, and then we're going to pop all the shredded zucchini into the bowl and make sure you get every last bit. Just like when I grated it, I don't like to waste any food, so you get every last bit in there. Next, we're going to go ahead and throw in our Epicure mixture there that we got. As you can see, it did get really thick after sitting for a while. And I'm just going to give that a really quick stir just to combine the zucchini and the mixture together before I go ahead and throw in my cooked quinoa. So I'm just checking on my quinoa in the back there, giving it a quick stir. And I think that it's ready. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my cooked quinoa now. Now, one thing that I really wish I would have done is I wish I would have waited until the quinoa had cooled a little bit. I found that because I added in the hot quinoa to the zucchini, it really made the mixture more mushy. And I think that's why they took maybe so long to cook once I had to go ahead and fry up the burgers. So if you're going to try this, wait till your quinoa is cooled and then go ahead and mix it in with the rest of your ingredients. So here I'm just showing you what the mixture looks like when everything is put together. So I've got my griddle heating up there on my stove, and I decided to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper to the mix. I like to make sure my stuff is really seasoned, so I have a bad habit of going ahead and just adding in my own seasonings. And I know that looks like a lot of salt and pepper that I just put in, but that thing takes forever to get any salt and pepper out of it. So that's why it looks like I'm adding in so much. I'm really not. Looks like I added in some garlic powder and onion powder too. So I've gone ahead and given my griddle a spray with some non-stick cooking spray. And I have 3 burger patties there cooking away. The recipe did say that it makes 4 burgers. I actually ended up with 7. So I'm not sure if I made them too small or what happened, or if my zucchini was just really big and it made a lot of extra batter. But I did end up getting 7 burgers out of this mix. So I did find that they were taking quite a long time to cook on the griddle. The griddle doesn't cook food that quickly, actually. So I just went ahead and took out a frying pan and put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in it. And I'm just going to form the rest of my patties and actually fry them in this pan, which, after I check the directions, is actually what you're supposed to do. So that, I think that's why these ones here in the pan turned out much better than the other ones did. So I'm just going to go ahead and flip these ones that are actually cooking in the pan, and dun, 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 they look pretty good. I like color on my stuff, so to me, these ones that cooked in the pan, it just cooked a lot better than the ones that were on the griddle. So now I'm just going to show you guys how I plated up the burgers. I just did it really simple. I took some hamburger buns, toasted them in the toaster, put a little bit of mayo on both sides, and then I'm going to take some lettuce that I've pulled off the head and washed, and I'm just going to layer that on the top bun. Now, one of the things to note for this burger is actually the packaging said to reheat to put it on the barbecue, and I think that would be really, really good. I found that these burgers actually they tasted better to me once they were cooled and I reheated them again. They actually tasted a lot better. I don't know what it was, but and here is the finished burger. So on Tuesday, we actually had a birthday party in the family, and on Wednesday, we had epicure donaires. I totally forgot to film, but this is what the meat looks like once it's mixed with the seasoning and cooked, and we just dressed it the same way as the package shows. It was actually pretty good. All right, so today is Thursday, and we are having this pulled chicken from Epicure. And so I'm starting off with just 1 cup of ketchup. I'm just trying to get that very last bit out of there. And now I'm just going to measure out a 1/2 cup of white vinegar. And we also need a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. How do you guys stop your brown sugar from clumping like that? I need some help. Comment below what you guys do to make your brown sugar not clump together. And that is the seasoning packet. It smells really, really good. We're just going to give that a really good mix. And I've gone ahead and added my chicken and then coated my chicken in the mix as well. I'm using frozen chicken breasts. So throw them in. I believe I did 6 hours on high and it was perfect. And this is the final meal. I served it with a little bit of a leftover salad that we had in the fridge, just trying to clear things up and not have waste. So on Friday, we did this butter chicken. This one was a family favorite as well. So I'm starting off with about a tablespoon of butter and some onion and peas. So my onion and peas, I put them in the freezer, and then I just pull them out from there already chopped up. It's very convenient. So after that's sauteed for a little bit, I decided afterwards that I wanted a little bit more veggie. So I just took 2 carrots and I actually just shredded them, I guess, just like that into it. So now that that's sauteed, I'm just adding in the seasoning mix, and you have to just cook that real quick. Just mix it in with the rest of the veggies.
And then, of course, my camera battery died, so I had to record the rest on my phone. So what I did here was I added in 1 cup of tomato sauce, and I also added in 1 can of coconut milk to get it nice and creamy like this. And I also added in my chicken, so my chicken cooked right in the sauce. The last step is to add a 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt just to give it that extra creaminess, and it was really good. We served this just as it was in a bowl with some heated naan bread, and it was really good. Thanks so much for watching, guys.